Welcome back to the Tetley Stadium here in West Yorkshire for round 11 of the Cooperative Championships with the Dewsbury Rams against Halifax. It's the side top of the table going up against a side lying 7th at the moment, both in need of wins for two different reasons. And here they are, making their way out onto this Tetley Stadium pitch. Just 1 point clear at the top of the table on Halifax at the moment. Dewsbury need to keep in touch with those top 6 just above them. Halifax looking to put a bit of daylight in between them and the side behind, Featherstone, who face Lee and what will be a cracking game tomorrow. Dewsbury no doubt confident that they can up the ante, put in the effort that they showed against Lee, says Warren Jarrett a couple of rounds ago, and force a game out of Halifax. Dave, Halifax is going to be a bit too strong, do you think, eventually for Dewsbury?
Yeah, I think they will. I think, you know, it could be close early doors, first 20, 30 minutes. But I think Halifax, their class, their size and their pace, I think they'll eventually get away with the win.
So just awaiting kick-off. It'll be the Dewsbury Rams that get the action underway. Halifax receiving for the first carry of the game. It's a rather humid night in West Yorkshire as well. It was a little bit drizzly earlier on. There was maybe an hour or so of rainfall just before the team started to warm up. But perfect conditions now, and the pitch looking in good condition as well, as Halifax first then to receive the ball, and they take the first drive of the game. That Dewsbury defence will have to be up to some good tricks tonight to keep hold of Halifax. And they drive now down the centres. Penkovic at dummy half. Almost a break as flailing arms and Brad Singleton eventually hanging on for the Dewsbury Rams. Come again with Ambler. Quickly stopped though, but 4 striped shirts holding him down. Using the big men again. Ambler drives further on. There's 5 tackles used up. Halifax inside their Dewsbury half. Kick up into the sky from Thackeray. Claim the ball back as well with James Haley's in there. As he kept hold, the referee says it's a penalty to the Dewsbury Rams.
No, he's called a turnover there, and he just he's called that Haley's caught that ball on the full and tackled while he was doing it. Turnover there, but not a great kick from Thackeray there. I'm sure if he had that over again, he would have liked to have got that down into the in goal and just put a little bit of pressure on him coming out of backfield rather than giving some cheap 20-25 metres.
So Liam's Hood standing in at dummy half, but doesn't get the ball because a penalty for holding down against Halifax, and just gives Dewsbury that little bit of release of pressure and a bit of field position as well.
Yeah, and you know, we spoke about this last week, didn't we? You know, you can't afford to give sides cheap meters, and like Endo said, the longer Dewsbury can stay in the game, the better they'll be, and they'll take something out of that. They got first use of the ball in good field position, so hopefully they'll be able to come up with some points here.
Josh Tonks inside that Halifax 20 now. Come through hands, and Ben Jones has a drive into the line. He's played the last few months with the pain-killing injections. Now Spicer, one of the longest-serving players in this Dewsbury Rams side. A few metres away now. A drive from Crossley. He's run into the post. Held up there. Sets up the Dewsbury Rams. Bang centre field. Not far to go. Trying to push on with Brad Singleton. The dual-registered bloke with Leeds can't quite get over the line. 5 tackles used up, so here's the final play from the Rams. Onto this right-hand side, it's a little low, but it kicks through. It's being chased down, but picked up though by Paul White and forced behind.
Well, it's great work there. A great little chip, little kick through from Spaven, and a good pressure out there from Esdes, and really made the Halifax side work in that last play. But leading up to that, they were a little bit at odds, a little bit at 6s and 7s, didn't really have any set play that they looked like they were doing. They were going to try a little short side play, and Jones got in the way, but they've got the ball back here, another restart, so a good opportunity for him again.
Craven decides not to give it to Crossley and take the first tackle of this repeat set for the Dewsbury Rams. The shorter side, bouncing off the tackles. Josh Chonks setting his side up in centre field.
It's a great carry there from Liam Hood getting out. He just needed some players arriving and pushing into spaces there and holes for him. Could have created something there if they had a bit more reaction.
Through the hands to Pat Walker. Crossley has it again. Stopped in his tracks by his opposite number, Luke Ambler.
Release him, that's four. Let it go, let it go.
Here's Hood. This right-hand side. Mr. caught on the fly, got the offload away as well. Brad Singleton stretching out. 5 tackles used up, and the Dewsbury Rams are still on the accelerator pedal in front of the Halifax line. Looking for Crossley to try and barge his way over. It looks like he's going to be held up and it'll be turnover ball. He is.
That's not the great finish to the set there, although they're turning it over on their terms right on the try line, but not the greatest of finishes. Good little offload from Esdes, said that he'd be dangerous on this side, but like Endo said, they need to react a bit better for Hood jumping out of dummy half.
Great defence there from the Dewsbury Rams. That's what I talked about before with attitude and commitment defensively. They need this tonight. Great line speed shown there. They managed to catch the player and drive him back into the in goal. Fantastic to earn themselves another set of 6. But as Dave pointed out, I don't think they're asking enough questions of the Halifax line early doors. The first set in good ball they had was pretty methodical, down the middle, one up, and they got to a kick, got the repeat set. The second set there, a little bit of play from Hood jumping out of dummy half, looking for some reaction, but apart from that, not much other sort of set play. Great drop out there from Halifax, goes deep as Tonks now looks to carry it back strong, running hard.
It's a huge hit run straight into Penkovic and also Ross Divorti. Back having been rested at the weekend, the Welsh international. Another drive, and got to say Dewsbury having the upper hand in these opening few exchanges. Another strong run as well from James Craven, the fullback, the top try scorer, 10 to his name so far for the Rams. Through Spavin into Pat Walker, looks a little forward as it floated out to that left-hand side, but still in the hands of the Dewsbury Rams. Taken by Hood this time. Himself from dummy half, Bradford-born man. Get the ball away. Kick. Claimed as well by Daly Williams.
Held up.
Daly Williams is held up over the line, just couldn't get the ball down. And the referee says he's going to go to the video referee. Let's hear from Ian Smith.
It's from a kick, so I need the onside offside.
No, it's a video ref call. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens, okay, Lee?
So they look onside from there, but we need the winger and centre. Have you got anything? Have you got another angle on that, please?
No, if we tell them over the line, it'd be a handover to you guys. That's 5 and last.
If you've nothing, the touch judge is called okay, so if you've nothing to prove he was offside, we'll go with onside. So let's have a look at the challenge now, please. So number 2's caught it. He was grounded. So we just look at the grounding now. So he's not grounded it on that angle. He's still not grounded it there. Have you got the end on? So he's caught it. It's not grounded. It's still up. It's still up. He's moving, so the tackle's not complete yet. It's on his leg. Now the tackle's complete. That's no try. Handover.
So handover ball, says Ian Smith. We see the decision given, and Halifax will be able to bring the ball away from their own line, and almost, but not quite.
Yeah, not quite. A good call there from Ian Smith. It was the right call, and it was a good call. But, you know, again, Liam Hood, he's been looked dangerous so early in this game. Dewsbury need to react when he jumps.
Still got to give Halifax some credit, though, defensively on their goal line. They've just defended 3 back-to-back sets. Good defensive effort from them.
Let's see what they can do with ball in hand. Slip early on in the set. Still inside that 20-metre line, but trying to get the legs going now with Luke Ambler, the new business development manager at the Shea. Now Paul White has a go down the centre, almost breaks his way through. And a strong drive as well. Halifax now into that Rams territory, into their half. A kick from Penkovic. Craven's chasing back. It's a little bit too strong and it runs through.
Well, they made ground very easily there, the Halifax side. Some quick play of the balls, some real good carries from their big men, and then a decent kick from Penkovic out of dummy half. Just a little bit too deep, but I'm sure that they'll be happy with that first set just to get away from their try line.
The fact that Halifax didn't rest, well, only rested one player in Ross Devorty at the weekend in that Northern Rail Cup quarter-final against Barrow, winning it 54 points to 24, shows how seriously they're taking that competition. And this season, another strong charge from Estes, the Dewsbury Rams taking his side over halfway. Dropped again into the hands of Tonks. Hood into dummy half on that left-hand side now with Ben Jones.
5 and last, release Craig. Get away, that's it. Go.
And just Spavin with a diagonal kick through. Again, just that little bit too strong, but the idea was there, but they'll give away 23 metres.
Yeah, again, you know, they need to come up with better results on that last play. Really work the Halifax side over, and it was a great option by kicking back that way, but not the greatest result.
Paul White with another charge down the centre. Rob Warren's at dummy half this time. Has a go himself.
You know, and that's what I talked about before the call. You know, the back three are massive for Halifax, you know. That's actually not a bad tackle there from the Dewsbury side, but in 3 plays and they're up over the halfway line.
Here's Penkovic. Ambler, I'm sorry, it's Sam Barlow pushing his way through. Now with Thackeray. Back inside, a nice little spot from Devorty to just curve his run round. Picked up by Penkovic. The kick to the corner now. Tipped up by, held on though by the Halifax side. Edging ever closer.
6 to go.
Here's White. No space for Barlow this time either. Penkovic into Thackeray. Got back round for Field.
Great tackle there.
Pounced upon.
Rob Spicer, fantastic textbook technique.
The Halifax side back down. Dewsbury end. There's Ambler, tackle in front of the sticks. The ball's kicked through, and it looks like it's been touched down by Sam Barlow. The referee's going to check with the video referee and Smith again to decide whether Halifax have taken the lead.
It's from a kick, so we onside, offside first, please. I could do with a different angle on that. Doesn't really show me. If you could pause it on his foot as well, please. If you just jog that one back, that might give me a chance. You just pause. You're just out of shot there. Have you got something different? Yeah. Yeah, if you just pause it on his foot. Yeah, he's onside. So he says there's a possible knock on. So does the ball ricochet up onto his hand? So that's the next one, please. Is that the end on? So if we can do this slow. No, it was off his knee. So he picks it up and he grounds that okay. That's a try.
The try given, the 6th try of the season for Sam Barlow, the local forward from the King's Cross area of Halifax, and he gives his side the lead.
Yeah, well, and how often do you see it? You know, Halifax under the pump defensively for the first, 10 minutes nearly, and then the first time they come down this end of the park, get the 4-pointer. But great work again. We mentioned Penkovic jumping out of dummy half and his kicking game, and again he's just stepped out, put the neat little kick through, and good push through from Barlow there to get the 4 points.
Yeah, it's a little planned move that they have, Penkovic jumping out of dummy half to kick near the goal line on the last play. They do that quite a lot, and they've scored a few tries out of it this season, and generally it's more for Ashall, but I think Barlow just reacted as well. He's a little bit fortuitous there because it ricocheted off his shin and off his knee, but again he was in the right position to be there to collect the ball. So a great try there for Halifax as we see Patterson convert the extras to take the score down to 6 points to 0. But Again, Halifax were under the pump defensively, but for me, they made too many metres were allowed. You know, don't get me wrong, there's been some purpose in the Dewsbury defensive line at times, but again, they're allowing Halifax too many metres. They got themselves another set of 6, and off the back of that, they were able to put the points on the board.
And how tough is it? Because they had a lot of the possession, they had a lot of the field position, couldn't register any points, and back down to their end concede.
Well, it can have a psychological effect on you, but like I said, it's still early in the game. There's still plenty of time. There's still going to be plenty of opportunities for both sides to get themselves on the score sheet.
So here come the visitors again inside the 10-metre line back down their end. Strong stuff from the Dewsbury Rams so far in this set.
Wait, get away, go.
Penkovic just giving it to the first man. Here he is again. To Barlow, the try scorer.
Yep.
Floated back this time, the kick from Hanforth. Chase back, James Craven's there, and he'll be picked up by Austin Buchanan. Plenty blue and white shirts though. Bring him down inside his 20.
Well, you know, look, players like that there, where they just trap the ball with their foot, all it does is put the opposition on side. You heard the referee, Clint Sherrard, calling they were offside because they were in front of that kicker. But as soon as that player plays at the ball, they're all onside. He would have been better off just picking that ball up and going straight at him.
So here are the Rams then. Setting themselves up, missing the runners. And strong from the Halifax side in defence. Here's Esders. Holds off one. Quickly taken down by 2 others. Patterson's in there, as well as Ross Devorty. Here's Hood then at dummy half. Into Spavin. Being chased down. Pressure on Warranty, but a comfortable take from him. A little sidestep round the first and squeezes away from the second as well. Decides to back himself down that right-hand side and then flung to the ground by Buchanan.
Yeah, both teams so far early doors have been pretty conservative and direct in their approach. Not willing, obviously, to expand the ball and promote the ball too much in these conditions. Both playing pretty direct, taking up the middle, willing just to get to a kick. Just filling each other out still at this point in time. Nice carry there from Barlow. Gets his nose through the line. He's done it on many occasions so far in this game.
On this shorter side, then the Halifax side come. Esders is in there as well as Singleton. Penkovic just get the ball away to Patterson. He's taken down now inside that Rams half. Kick through from Thackeray this time down the centres. Craven's underneath it. Lets it run through the in-goal area and then they'll take a restart on a 20.
I think Halifax are happy with it. I think that's a ploy of theirs where they are kicking the ball and just, you know, if it is going dead, it's going dead. If it pulls up, they'll get some pressure on. But I think they're just happy just to get their line set on that 30-metre line and let Dewsbury come out to the 20 for a tap.
Buchanan with the first carry. That's Daly Williams on debut for Dewsbury. Now Steve Crossley, the big man.
Good metres is from Dewsbury.
Now with Spavin, just dropping it back inside as Craven joins the attack. Setting themselves now inside that final 30-metre. Hood goes into Pat Walker. Thought about giving it to a couple of the runners, but holds on himself.
Release him, play the ball.
Taking a chance down that shorter side. The kick couldn't quite be got away by Liam Hood. And Halifax regained possession.
There was another case there. Liam Hood's jumped out of dummy half. He's looked up for some support play. There was no one there, so he's had to put the ball on the toe. And it wasn't the best of kicks, just trapped down there and then picked up out on that right-hand side by Warranty.
So just that one try in it so far. Scored by Sam Barlow. Now is Devorty. Chopped down on halfway. Hanforth gets it to Ashall. And Ashall on the 5th on that 40-metre line. Into Hanforth with the kick again. Craven's underneath it, is watching it, holds on. It's a chase from Thackeray, but wasn't quite close enough. And Craven just reaches his 10-metre line.
Great take there from James Craven. The ball was going over him. It's always harder when the ball's going over your head to take that catch. A lot easier when you're coming into the ball. He's done well there to position himself to take that catch.
Back here, Adam. Yeah, I know you're always on side.
Up to the 20. Good defensive work from Sam Barlow. Ambler in there as well.
Good leg drive there from Singleton.
Carries the ball to just short of halfway. Getting the legs going. We're on that halfway line now. 5 tackles used up, though. So here there is their final play of this set.
No 40.
To the sky from Walker. Buchanan just got a little bit too far ahead of himself. Couldn't get a hand on the ball, and it rolls into touch. Head and feed will go to the visitors.
Well, that was a great kick there, but both left-hand players from Dewsbury were in front of the kicker and weren't called, and there was the same thing the last kick when they put it up. So, you know, they need to watch that just in case that touch judge does pick it up. But great kick. Rob Warrency had no idea where it was going and evenally just let the ball go into touch.
That's better.
I think both coaches will be a little bit concerned by the metres being made by both sides. I think there's too many easy metres getting made by both sides. You know, the line speed certainly isn't on top for both teams at the moment.
Well, there's 3 black, red and amber shirts in. Not giving too many metres in that first play of the set, but a few more this time as Patterson's tackled. Held, says the referee. Eventually gets the ball down to play. Ambler with the drive again this time as Penkovic steps into dummy half. Has a look at that right-hand side. That's the way he goes with Barlow. Barlow has his legs taken away from him by Singleton. Thackeray with the dummy. Penkovic and Thackeray. Patterson chasing down this left-hand side as well, but feet in there and Dewsbury back with ball in hand.
Well, again, not the best of kicks there from the Halifax side. Thackeray just tried to run the ball through and Esdes stuck his leg out, and Dewsbury, luckily for Dewsbury, had bounced back and it was picked up from the Dewsbury winger on this side.
And a strong run from Ben Jones, but couldn't really open up the defence or make too many metres. There's Walker. Again, had support, but decided to hang on. Here's the final play of the set from the home side, trailing by that 1 try. It's a high kick from halfway. It was a little bit roundabout for Ryan Fieldhouse, but he eventually finds where the ball is and was under pressure from Buchanan.
He was, and that ended up a very good set after not making any metres whatsoever. The kick was a great kick and put Fieldhouse under a lot of pressure and a really good chase down there. So, you know, Halifax not afraid to spread the ball wide early. Dewsbury need to be awake to that. And on these slippery conditions when they're bringing the Devordy back on that inside, a couple of the Dewsbury players have just lost their footing a little bit.
Nice little gap spotted by Penkovic. He's wise to those and he makes a good few metres. Warrency joining the attack, just couldn't get his hands on the ball. It's a bit scrappy, but the referee says play on.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that was a knock-on off Warrency originally. A great little run there, but Penkovic, he just shows what he can do. 1 marker on the floor, he's out and he's gone. Great feet, good turn of speed, good agility, execution of skill that a Warrency probably wasn't the best. Maybe Warrency overran him a little bit. I certainly thought it was a knock-on. The ref called play on, but as a result, Penkovic spilled it anyway, and Dewsbury now in a fantastic field position. Centre field, about 40 metres out from the opposition line through now, Jones.
So setting themselves up 20 metres away now with a couple of tackles remaining in this set. Now with Walker and Craven. Craven can't get around Thackeray though. Held out by his teammates in the tackle, and the Rams now 15 away on this right-hand side. Across the field they go. Missed out Crossley, run by Singleton.
He's got good leg drive.
Hanging on is Robinson. Final play of the set. Crossley's chasing down. It's watched through the in-goal area. Crossley was there. The referee, will he have a look? He will. Crossley with the chase through.
Well.
Halifax happy to watch it go dead. Which was it? Ian Smith will decide.
Onside, offside first, please. Pause on his foot. Again, have you got the side on one, like you showed me the other end? This will be the one. You can pause it on his foot. Oof. Unfortunately, there's a load of players in view. Have you got a different angle? Yeah, if you can pause this one, we'll probably get it off this. Just jog it back. We need to pause it on his foot, please. Right, yeah, he's onside. So if we could just go to the dead ball line and grounding. There's nothing there. I think it's on the dead ball line. Just jog it back and just pause it on his hand. Just keep going with that. Frame by frame, frame by frame. Oh, just jog that one back. Just jog it back, please. All he's got to get is downward pressure. So just frame by frame.
That's right.
Oof. Just again, really tight one. This. Just you're jogging it forward. Just one frame too far. Just go back. Just right. Just forward on that one frame. One frame. One more. One more.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah.
You've got another angle. Did you say you've got another angle on that? That's great. This is really tight. Just go back on that, please. Right, what I've got to find out is if there's separation and there's a ball on the ground. So pause it there. One more frame. One more frame. So I can't see separation there. The ball is not on the dead ball line, so it's going to be try benefit of the doubt.
Sorry, say again.
We were sucking through our teeth. We weren't sure which way that was going to go. Ian Smith says, try. The chase through from Steve Crossley gets him his 4th try of the season, and Halifax just ever so close to watching that go out. Well, Crossley got it down.
Well, it's almost a replica of the Halifax try, isn't it? Oh, Pat Walker jumps out of dummy half, feeds a little grubber kick through, gets it through the line. Big Steve Crossley chases through, he barges out Penkovic out the way. Ashaw and Fieldhouse think it's going to roll dead. They let it go, and Crossley just doesn't give up. His determination keeps him going. He dives, puts the hand out there, and he's earned himself a 4-pointer. Probably didn't have the right to score that try, really, but due to the fact of his, his determination and effort to get there, he gets the points for his team.
The extra 2 successful as well for the Dewsbury Rams, so we're back all square. It was Ashaw and Fieldhouse that were marshalling the ball for Halifax, waiting and wanting it to go out. And here it is at full speed. So this is Steve Crossley charging through.
Well, you can see him here. He's barged through, then he's given up on it, and then he saw that they were willing the ball over the dead ball line, so they just waited, and he just continued to go then. And great work by Ian Smith there. You've got to give him some credit again. But like when you slow that down, you can clearly see at full speed it doesn't look like it. It looked like it was dead, but when you slow it down, clearly gets the ball in just before that dead ball line.
Cross the shoulder.
Dewsbury back on the attack then, having squared things up. What do you do in that sort of situation? Would you say as a coach, put the ball dead, just make it safe?
Yeah, look, it's one of those things, isn't it? You put the ball safe, you're under the pump with some more defence. The ball, if there's no one chasing or, just rolls that one little bit dead, well, then you're getting the ball 20 metres out for an easy start. You want to be more... They would have wanted to know that he was coming, and there wasn't any communication. No one saw the big man coming, and it was great work from him. He just never gave up on it.
Must be the first time nobody's seen Steve Crossley charging through, surely. But it puts the Dewsbury Rams now back inside the Halifax half with that penalty. The wind in their sails as well. Here's Spicer.
Back here, all here. That's it. Break. Go.
Hood into Spavin. Spaven then using Tonks.
Move, Sean! Back up, set!
Elliot Cosgrove with his first touch of the ball. He's only had one sub-appearance before tonight, so 2 appearances now for the Dewsbury Rams as they're looking to try and get their way through again.
Held up.
Inventive play from them in front of the sticks, but they're going to go back 10.
That's the play they tried to do earlier, and Ben Jones got in the way, so they had to cancel it, or they went down, but that nearly worked there for him. A great charge out there wide from Spicer, and just pulled down short.
Here's the man who levelled things up, Steve Crossley, trying to get the offload away as well. He's thought about it, didn't he?
Move, set! Hold there, Sean.
On the 5th.
Hold, go!
Hood uses Craven. Craven runs into a blue and white wall and will surrender possession.
Hand over, 5 and last.
Well, again, you know, they are turning the ball over on their terms. You know, turning it over right on the dead ball line is a fair result. But I'm sure Warren Jowett would want a better finish to the set on that last play option, just to make it a little bit more creative, a little bit more pressure put on the Halifax defensive line.
Move, Steve, hold here. Wait.
Had a heavy defeat in there. Last game did the Dewsbury Rams, losing 60 points to 18 away at Featherstone in the championship. Been a tough run of games for them. Into the second quarter we are now, though, and things are all level here at the Tetley Stadium. Didn't realise it was the last tackle, and Patterson it was who needed to put boot on ball. Not usually adept at kicking from that sort of position, usually likes it on top of a tee.
And that was a great defensive effort there from the Dewsbury Rams. Their line speed, their contact, you know, they really took the yards off Halifax there and forced them to kick, you know, a panic rush kick from Patterson there, and they've collected the ball on the halfway line, and now it's play 3. They're 25 metres out from the Halifax line. That was all through a great defensive effort. They're in this field position.
Haley in some trouble over on that right-hand side as well. Physio's called for a change straight away. So that'll be a big blow to the Halifax side out on that right side.
Dave Manning it is, I think it's coming on.
So James Haley is down as we see Dewsbury Rams push on all the way up to the 10-metre line. Interference it was with the play. And so Dewsbury, with the momentum swinging right in their favour at the moment.
Yeah, they've elected to kick
go for
goal.
2.
Yeah.
Strange call that. I don't know. As a coach, I would rather see the play roll on. And, you know, they have got Halifax under some pump at the moment. And Halifax have only been up that other end of the field once. They've come up with the try when they did do it. But the rest of the game's been played down here. I would have kept some pressure on. I would have kept another set of 6 and really made them work hard in defence.
No, I agree with you there, Dave. I would have done the same thing. You know, keep rolling. You know, they've got to, you know, since they scored that try, Halifax have just started to lose their way a little bit. Penkovic gave away a cheap shot of a penalty. Felt he'd been impeded whilst he was making the collision. He lashed out, gave away a penalty, and then obviously we just saw another penalty there for interference as well. You just see Walker line up to take the conversion.
Not an easy kick, but it's a successful one.
But I agree though, Davey. I think they should have kept rolling there, kept trying to put the pressure on. And even if they didn't get the result with a try, you know, they could have, you know, still had them in that field position to come hard out off their own line. Here now, if Halifax kick down and force a mistake, you know, they're putting themselves under pressure with that field position again.
Just saw the injury there to James Haley. Looked like he took a bit of a knee.
Oh, yeah.
Down on the floor. He's receiving some treatment now off the field. And Dewsbury have a slender lead.
Out on the full.
Yes.
So a differential penalty awarded, and Dewsbury Rams back with possession now, and a penalty themselves on halfway to get themselves back down the Halifax end.
Well, this is what I mean. They've got all the ball, all the field position at the moment, and you know, that kick went high. Austin Buchanan looked like he was trying to get out to take the catch. In the end, he didn't need to because he slipped and the ball just went straight over. A good kick to touch. So Halifax now under some more pump. Dewsbury with the ball 20 metres out.
My apologies, not a differential penalty, but a penalty for the Dewsbury Rams, and they're now 12 metres away from that Halifax line, having just put a penalty over to nudge themselves ahead. Here's Crossley, the man with the try to his name on the Dewsbury side of the score sheet this evening. On his back. Hood at dummy half. Into Singleton. Singleton just with Walker and Craven supporting as well, and in the corner. James Craven with his 11th try of the season gets the ball down, but the referee is again checking. with the video referee Ian Smith.
Want to be the one, just nice and slow, so we can understand who instigates collision. So run out, I think it'll be number 3. Which way is number 3? Number 3 goes on the inside. The collision is by the Halifax defender. Just jog that one back and run it through a bit slower. Just keep coming back, keep coming back. Right, if you just run this very slow. So number 3 is going inside. The pass goes on the outside. It's the Halifax defender who goes to the decoy runner. So that creates the gap. So it's poor defensive read. So he just goes to the grounding. So we just go to the grounding. There's no obstruction there. Poor defensive read. He's gone inside. That's a try.
James Craven then scores his 11th try of the season to continue his stint as top try scorer for the Dewsbury Rams. He's scored in the last 4 games for his side and puts points on the board for pressure that they expel.
A fantastic try here for the Dewsbury Rams. Again, field position and possession has took the choice here. Great short side play. Hood there promotes the ball there onto Singleton, turns it up there to Spavin. Great line from, I think it's Ryan Esders there. That's what created the play. That's what opened it up. He ran a great late unders line. Anthony Thackeray defensively made the wrong decision. He's jammed in there, and obviously the play made the decision easy there for Spavin. He just hits Craven out the back, who then runs into the space. As you see here, ball goes out the back. Nice line from Esders, because Thackeray jams in there, thinking Ryan Esders is going to get the ball. Obviously, it makes a great decision for Spavin there to hit Craven at the back, creates that 2v1, and obviously the winger White fails to close there on the play, and Craven goes in untouched there, and a fantastic work try there from the Dewsbury side.
No mistake this time from the restart of Halifax. Rather safer along the turf. Now, Cosgrove was diving on top of it, but the only reason he was able to do that is because the ball had been knocked on, and so Halifax, with the ball, back down that end.
And Crosley's not very happy. He's complaining about a grapple there, man around his throat, but he's come up empty and just turned the ball over. They can't afford to do that. They needed to complete that set from the kickoff. But this gives Halifax a chance to really build some pressure now and have the ball for a little bit, because it's been a long time since they've had it.
Penkovic into Thackeray. Thackeray misses one man, opts for Fieldhouse. Penkovic to a free man in front of the sticks, a touchdown.
Sean Hesketh, I think it is.
Sean Hesketh starting on the bench, must only be one of his first or second touches on the field, and he scores his 4th try this season under no pressure at all, steaming through underneath the sticks.
Well, again, that's a play that Halifax use a lot, and Sean Hesketh has just come on the field there when that try was scored, but there's no communication, obviously, in that Dewsbury defensive line. Too many players around the marker area, not out wide, not near the post, no one communicating, no one talking at all, and just an easy, untouched 4-pointer from Sean Hesketh there.
Lee Patterson lines up the extra 2. You'd have thought it's given in front of the sticks. 18 of the 54 points in their victory at the weekend were scored by him. 1 try and 7 goals. Tonight he's put over both conversions, 4 points this evening for him. And Halifax now back within touching distance.
Yeah, we can see here the crash ball, as we call it. Two lead line runners going through towards the post. Again, a spacing issue there for the Dewsbury Rams. Too many players in too tight a space. You know, that one pass cut out 4 defenders. You know, obviously makes them vulnerable on the edge there, but there was too much space between one player and the next. There was too big a hole there, and good vision from Penkovic there. A good pass there, and obviously good line from Hesketh running into the space and finishing the try off. But again, that just shows you 2 times that Halifax have been in that field position. They've capitalised on both occasions with that field position. It's a bit worrying there for the Dewsbury side.
It's a deep restart from the Dewsbury Rams. Warranty had a good run, but great chase. Ambler bumping round the tackles. 4 people in there for the home side to stop that run. Now with Jim Gannon on for his 350th career appearance, the Halifax man.
Inside 40.
His first carry takes him to the 40, and the next play is the kick through, and Buchanan picks it up. And James Haley is talking down pitch side with Natalie Quirk.
But yeah, the concern really at the moment for James Haley is on his right shoulder, and I'm led to believe it's the shoulder, same shoulder that he's recently had surgery on. They feel like it's just popped out, and he's got an ice pack on it at the moment. He's also had oxygen. Looking unlikely that we'll see him again, but we'll keep you updated.
Steve Crossley takes a big hit as the Dewsbury Rams push on. Now with Flanagan.
Just get up and play it, George. I know. Go.
Walker then this time at dummy half. Into Spicer. And with Flanagan again.
Move, Sean. Ready, Craig. Hold.
Here comes their final play of this set. Into the sky from Spavin. Under pressure as well. Knocked off his feet by Luke Ambler.
Still last.
His hands in there from the Halifax side. It runs into touch. And the referee says it was played at, so on that 20-metre line, he will give head and feed to the home side.
Well, I thought they might have got a penalty out of that, the Dewsbury side. It was a kick from Spavin, and he was taken out late, I would have thought. The player, Ashall, has come through at least 2 steps after he's kicked the ball, and should have been a penalty there, I think, for the Dewsbury side.
They have got possession at least on that 20-metre line, but Ashall it was.
All right, guys, let's get set. In slowly. Time back on.
Now out to that left-hand side. Walker into Craven.
Move.
I tried his name this evening.
Go.
Into that final end zone. Spavin drops it back for Spicer. Spicer drops the ball, goes backwards. George Flanagan picks it up, but the referee didn't think it's gone backwards. He's given the knock-on, and Halifax have possession.
Well, he leaves the pressure for the Halifax side there, you know, with Dewsbury coming up with that drop, but they need to be a little bit better with the ball in hand. They can't afford. There's questions there. Was there a hand in from Manning? Did he rake the ball out? Was it just a drop? Was it knocked back? But you know, the referee's on the spot. He's made that call, and Dewsbury need to be better with the ball.
It's a strong play of the first set from Ryan Fieldhouse, but then a mistake at the play of the ball. Things are getting a little bit heated out there as well. Dewsbury, into the little fumble, has tried to be picked up by Paul White. Just took his eye off the ball before picking it up. Dewsbury now with head and feed. We saw them develop the play off the back of this scrum just a few minutes ago.
Get in there now.
Spavin into the pack. Picked up by Walker. Esders spins around, backs his way into that line, eventually goes down to ground as Patterson wrestles him to the floor. A dummy one way, and now they chase on with Billy Harris off the bench. Big hit deployed as Flanagan thought about his options.
Skip away. That's it.
Spavin back into Walker. He's gone a bit deeper. They spread the play that left-hand side again. It's picked up by Daly Williams.
Move, ball back on the line.
Still putting pressure on in that final 10 metres.
No play,
Kick
no
through
play.
from Walker this time. No play, says the referee, and they this time decide to put the ball dead.
Good result from Dewsbury there. Goal line dropout force. For me, they're going wide very well, but some of these halves, one or both halves, need to carry the ball forward a little bit and just put the defensive the Halifax defence under a little bit of pressure. At the moment, they're just catch and pass, and it's easy for Halifax just to slide across.
A little bit of a slip from Ashall when he was just treading through the in-goal area. He's just down his feet, and now the dropout has been received by the Rams, and they're heading into deep Halifax territory. This time Flanagan thought about offering the ball, ducks under the tackle and almost gets away.
Hands out, you just play it, George.
Held on by Devorty. Now Singleton slips himself. It's been raining a fair bit here in West Yorkshire today. Dry at the moment though. Here's Spavin. 20 shirts of both sides.
Release, Sean. Step away. Step away. 4.
Flanagan looking to squeeze the ball. First drive over. Got 5 tackles used up now. So here is their final play of this set. It's floated back to Spavin, who puts the kick diagonally over. There's men underneath it. Looks like Pat Walker that jumped up for the ball. He's knocked it behind, and Halifax will look for a quick restart on the 20. They haven't managed that, but they saw the ball dead. Walker it was who put the ball out.
It's a better finish from the Dewsbury side. Even though they didn't get the result they were after, they put some pressure on the defensive line from Halifax. They made them think, they made them work, and they had to come up with something that was just a neat little kick over the top.
Penkovic himself holding on from dummy half. 5th top try scorer he is in the championship at the moment, equal 5th. Halifax push further on with Adam Robinson. Thackeray under a bit of pressure. In fact, it was Hanforth under pressure. There he is again. Penkovic this time.
All clear. Watch it, watch it.
Taken comfortably by Daly Williams. Bounces off the first and the on-rushers then reaching.
They're handling themselves very well at the moment, Dewsbury. They're sticking in this game. They're putting Halifax under a little bit of pressure. I'd like to see a little bit more when they've got the ball in hand. Defensively, though, they're really getting up amongst them, and they're slowing the play the balls really down slow. So, you know, I'm sure that Warren Jowett will be happy with the way that they are performing at the moment.
His side in possession now in these final few moments of the first half. They went behind early on and took 14 point to 6 lead. It's now back to the 2 points and a knock on the 30-metre line.
This is a massive last 2 minutes here for the Dewsbury Rams. You know, we've seen Halifax have only been in good ball field position on 2 occasions, and they've scored both occasions. This is a great opportunity for the Fax side. You know, they're confident enough that they can get across this whitewash. 2 minutes to go. Dewsbury need a huge defensive effort. You know, they've been defended pretty well as Halifax been coming off their own goal line, but it's their goal line defence that needs to be improved. Let's see how they defend on this set.
There's Aidan Fall with the knock-on, which has given Halifax this possession.
Oh, great shot!
Strong stuff.
Huge hit there. Pat Walker, and he's forced a mistake. And look at the Rams.
There's a big hit deployed. I'll see this one again.
That's fantastic. Boom. You know, some assistance there from Singleton as well over the top, but it was a late drop from Walker, hitting underneath in the rib cage area, and then Singleton over the top. Wham! Like a freight train. Have some of that. But then you just see the togetherness that they all came in. That belief's grown in the Dewsbury camp. They're starting to believe now they can win this game.
Here's Buchanan. 9 tries from him so far this season. 90 seconds remaining in this opening half. As they approach halfway now, the Dewsbury Rams, a little dummy, just gives them an extra few metres. Pushing on with ball in hand. Pat Walker just offering to that left-hand side.
Strong
the man who's just put in a big tackle down the other end. Looking to get the ball away with a kick, but that opened things up, and they put the ball along the floor this time. It's picked up by Fieldhouse. He can't get away. Under pressure from Billy Harris. We're into the final few seconds of this first half, and the Dewsbury Rams just want to keep Halifax penned inside as deep in their own territory as they can. They'll have a slender lead if they can at half-time. Just a bit of a knock. Clock stopped. Rusty Vorty just giving him time. Looks like his right ankle or right knee just twisted as he goes down, just underneath.
So, you're okay? Right,
he's all right. Back on his feet though. Did have a broken vertebrae in the close season as well, Rusty Vorty.
Oh.
Penalty for a high shot.
Jeez.
The first penalty given to Halifax in this game. 12 seconds before half-time. They'll kick this to touch, and they'll have, I guess, a final play just before half-time.
Rob, you got the mark. You're right here. Yep. Back here, set. That's it. Last play.
There is the half-time hooter, so this is the final play. Hanford with the kick over the top. It's been chased down. Thackeray's there. Craven picks the ball up, manages to keep hold. He's got support, but the tackle's made inside the Halifax half. And it will be the Dewsbury Rams that lead by 14 points to 12 in this first half. The side who have lost the last 4 games in the championship went behind to Halifax. Barlow scoring the first try of the game, but Crossley and Craven and a penalty as well stretched their lead. Hesketh got one back for Halifax, but at half-time, all the reaction next. It's 14 points to 12.